All right, so this is a short video about how your tests look in world religions. We're about to take the Judaism test. They're really easy. This, by the way, is an actual paper one from an old world religions test. And this is relevant to you, both non-IB and IB cohorts, because all my test questions are old paper one questions. So for IB, note that you have to answer 5 questions total, but at least one from each section. And you have an hour and 15 minutes. So they're thinking you're going to take 15 minutes for each of these questions. So these are not long, elaborate essay type questions. But let's look at the old Judaism question. So all of your all the religions, the questions will look like this. They will be some kind of passage from a sacred text, and then they will have 2 short questions about the passage, 1 or 2 or A or B. My test won't look like this, but it will be the same format. You'll have the quote and the 2 questions. So let's look at this one. Hear, O Israel, the Lord is our God. The Lord is one. You shall love the Lord your God with all your heart and with all your soul and with all your might. Keep these words that I am commanding you today in your heart. It's from Deuteronomy in the Old Testament. So the Hebrew Bible. So this is the first part of the Shema, right? And you would answer this question, comment on the meaning of this passage. You may not know, I'm not sure what the meaning is. So then flip down here to question number 2. Question number 2 is always a clarifier about the meaning of question 1. So explain how Jews should live according to the Shema. So first of all, label your separate questions 1 and 2, or A and B. Sometimes people just run them together, which can be okay if it's the right answer, but it's better for me if you separate them. Notice it says 3 marks. That is IB speak for points. So my test will be 50 points, not 10 like this one question. But that should clue you into the fact that for this question, the first question, you should write down 3 distinct facts, 3 distinct points to get full credit, and then move on. You see this box. This is a handwritten test. They provide this very small box, so they're not looking for a huge long answer. Now, you are allowed to ask for additional paper to write a longer answer. And for this first test, I recommend that you be as specific and thorough as possible. But we're not looking for, a giant essay. So you can pull answers to this question right out of the passage. Hear, O Israel, you can say, this is the Shema, and it's called that because Shema is the Hebrew imperative for hear. It commands adherents to love the Lord with all their heart, emphasizing the special relationship that Jews have with God in their covenant. Keep these words that I'm commanding you today in your heart. You might even mention something about tefillin, the little boxes. Anyway, 3 distinct points. And then you move on. Super easy. There are numerous correct answers. So then you come down here to explain how Jews should live according to the Shema. Now, for this test, what you're really testing is your knowledge of that expanded 3-question sheet. That's the crux of what you should know. So this particularly is asking about question 3. How do we get there? So I would vomit out all of my knowledge about question 3. To allay, so now you'll know what tests look like, and there should be no anxiety. To allay anxiety for the first test for Judaism, I usually let the kids who are writing in class pull out and look at and use their 3-question sheet. And I certainly can't prevent you from doing that, so you should do that. You IB kids should try not to do that on subsequent tests because you're trying to prep for paper 1 in May. So that is how you ace your test in world religions, and you should feel comfortable. Oh, by the way, this is not the question you'll have, but it'll be very similar to this. So you should be comfortable, and I'm confident you will do great.